Alrighty, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. Last time we left off, we actually finished the game, but now we're gonna go into the Frozen Wilds DLC. So, I don't know if I'm supposed to like do this before I finish the game or after. I think in terms of the way they were released, Frozen Wilds definitely came after the game came out. I think. I'm pretty sure it didn't ship with the game. So I don't think it matters that I'm doing it after I finished the main story. But I guess we'll see. Now, I am playing this after Forbidden West has been released. But I am going to finish this before I actually play it, because, you know, I feel like it would make sense. Or it would make less sense if I played Forbidden West and then came back to this game. That just wouldn't work. So I'm going to play this first, and then we'll jump into Forbidden West. And I have been hearing good things about it. So, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I really want to play it, but I'd rather finish this first, so that, you know, I can just be done with this game. Because I don't want to have to come back to this game after. Did I already do this before? I think I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I actually came through this area a long time ago and fought this, I don't know, something with fire. It was something with fire and I don't remember what it was called, but I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be like some big enemy here.
Full already.
But anyway. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, you know, before beating the main story. I mean, level-wise, it makes sense that I would do this before, because this is a level 30 quest. But, like I said, the DLC came out after the game was already out for who knows how long. So I don't know, that's just one of the things about this game. It's like, it's hard to tell what order you're supposed to do things in. Because really the leveling doesn't seem to matter that much.
Useful.
The heck?
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
Alright. I guess a nice thing about playing this after I finish the main story is that I have this nice armor. So I can take a lot of damage.
Ha! You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
I don't think it's a good thing to sweat in cold, because then the sweat freezes and it makes it even colder. Also, I wonder if they're gonna introduce like a freezing mechanic, you know, where like if you're out in the cold too long, you start freezing and taking damage, which means I'd have to equip a different set of armor. That would suck.
Not that you'll stay long.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
I don't know what smoke she's talking about.
Should return to us, they say. And yet here we are.
Oh, that smoke? That looks like a volcano.
And I will stand with him.
Must be something big going on. Actually, the village is moving towards that smoke.
Let me create a save here. Yeah, sure. We'll do this.
Somebody trusted the chief. So many died under his command.
Alright, let's see what's going on.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for, falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Oreya, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Oreya vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
That's a lot of options. Okay.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid? Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Werik chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Werik, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Weriks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Weriks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Weriks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Aurea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Aurea or Thunder's drum.
Living machines are what's
Might be
important.
worth a shot.
Alright, we got a bunch of stuff. Or maybe not. We got a bunch of information at least. So we gotta talk to like 2 people. This is one of
I do
them.
not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good.
I guess this is the chieftain.
Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
I guess today we're just gonna be sitting and listening for a long time. We'll go with this.
Aurea knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
Okay.
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
It sounds kind of like corruption to me.
Did your Warwick come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the Daemon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
There are other Warracks in Song's Edge too?
Yes, the village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last until the Karja seek war again.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Alright. You know, the one thing I liked about about this guy is his answers were pretty short. Like, he kind of got to the point real quick, so... You know, it didn't take forever to talk to him. Who's this guy?
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Aloy, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
Okay. Also, not a guy, at least I don't think. It's, you know, it's kind of hard to tell. But I kind of use guys like, you know, the generic word anyway, so whatever.
So Deep Din is a place and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now, but our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it, or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
Well, that's pretty sad.
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like. but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
Okay. Let me see where this is. Way over here. Okay. Oh man, there's gonna be a bunch of side quests.
Deep down. Silence.
So why is this guy's thing blue? Mm-hmm. Man, I wish I could compare. You know, have a things that pulls up the bows that I have. So I can just compare the stats and see which one's better. I don't know. What am I looking at? This one? And then... I mean, these might be better. It's just, it's hard to tell. Oh man, I almost sold that. It's really hard to tell, especially because I have a bunch of mods on these things. So I don't know their actual base stats. These ones I'm pretty sure are better than the ones I have, so... Okay. Keep that in mind. So...
Newcomers often.
I'm trying to figure out, like, where this is gonna take me.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Araya. And to do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Outlander, wait.
This place looks kind of cool. Like, look at this. What is this? What's going on here? Are they painting the water? Or is this, like, natural? Could be natural. I think there's, like, places that look like this, and yeah, this looks like hot water too. A hot water spring or something. I don't know.
Must be. Outlander, that weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Gee, that sounds like a fetch quest. And it's all the way at the top of the map, of course. You know, seeing this pool here is kind of reminding me, or it's making me think that maybe we're in Yellowstone or something. I don't know much about Yellowstone. I've never been there. All I know is it's a national park, and it's also like a super volcano. I think. If I'm thinking of the right thing. You know, the national park in Wyoming, I think. I'm gonna stop saying I think because it's getting annoying. Alright, thank you, aim assist.
Tough, but I'm used to it.
But yeah, this could be, you know, this could take place in Yellowstone. I don't know. I don't know if they ever said where this game takes place.
Outlanders. Carja Outlanders.
I know Forbidden West takes place in San Francisco. I'm pretty sure. But this game, I have no idea. I mean, technically,
Then I can get a drink.
San Francisco is west of Yellowstone, so it still fits.
Bergren said Araya's apprentice went north of the river.
I keep forgetting that I wanted to
Hopefully not too far.
look into that. But oh well. What do we have? Shock wax. Eh. I don't really want to pick up anything.
That must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending a signal.
That's a tower? Okay.
Naltuk? Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Araya.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Araya went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need.
There's but one voice Araya wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
All right. You want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Araya.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is.
Yeah, have a little faith. Come on. I should probably get rid of this thing first. And I missed. Am I using the right thing? No, I'm using my other bow. Wanna try that again? Oh, there's another one. Alright, I don't remember the weaknesses. Oh, okay. Run! We gotta go. I think this one's just weak to shock. Maybe. Okay. Yeah. Man. I was not expecting all these things to come after me. What just happened there? I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain. Oh, this stupid freaking bird. Okay, leave me alone. Ooh, that was dangerous. Of course my shot's gonna go off. Okay. Man, I can't aim. Dude, I really hope they improve the aiming in the new game. 'Cause this sucks. That's what I get for spamming my attack. Dude, why is this thing so darn tanky? Really? It took you that long to freaking... You know what I should do? I should just scan this thing. Okay. Oh, I see. It is healing. So I probably do have to take this thing out first. Override it, you say? Please don't attack me. Don't attack me! Oh no. There we go. Dude, this thing is really, really annoying. Okay, nope. Of course. Nope. Oh wait, is this thing like, no. I don't know. So tanky.
So the tower helps nearby machines, but it can be overridden.
Oh boy. This is not good. The fact that the fight was that difficult, like, not a good sign. It's not a good sign at all. Loot everything. Oh, I'm glad he just sat here and watched the entire time. Definitely didn't need any help.
Let's talk about Araya.
Seems I can take care of the machines and towers. The daemon's next.
You claimed its power for yourself somehow. Perhaps Araya should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine, a great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Yeah, I did see it in the merchant shop, or, you know, it'll get me weapons and hopefully better weapons. It'll be more efficient at taking out these enemies.
Bergren told me you're Araya's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the Blue Light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Araya's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me, an aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Araya when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Araya and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Araya at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.